Right, so hi folks, I am back on the garden maintenance. We are coming towards the end of the season. I've got my camera on the front of my cap, which I obviously can't show you because it's attached. I could undo it by the magnetic bracket, I guess. Yeah, so I've got this cap with the bracket on it, so I'm going to attach that, and then I can wear that and I can show you what I'm doing here. So as you can see, the grass is quite long and it's a late season. Everything is still growing quite late in this season. And oh my goodness, there is a lot of apples to pick up. And they're still not all off the tree yet. That's okay. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing here is strimming the lawn. Which reminds me, I'm going to put my strimming harness on. This gate is all swollen up from all the rain that we've had. This is quite a good harness. Oh, there we go. There we go, so I'll just pop that on. I will be waiting for the customer to turn up at the door because I want to give her my battery charger. So, as you can see, the Ryobi gear, and this is a fast charger, and I have two quite powerful batteries, but I have got a lesser powerful battery in the strimmer at the moment. So this battery that I've got in the trimmer now, it won't last long. The sort of sharp edge that it creates, it's a lot faster than using one of those hand edge, lawn edge cutters. I don't always use the power drive when I'm cutting wet grass. I want to go slower. When it's too fast, it's not having time for the blade to chuck the grass into the bag. Not sure how I missed this bit. Did forget to get my gloves out of my van. If I don't do everything the same way every time, I tend to easily forget. Do like to, get a packet of a dozen gloves. So I've always got nice gloves on. I never wear wet gloves. Horrible. As soon as the gloves get wet, that's it. I'm taking them off and replacing them with a dry pair. If you look at my hands, years of work, the arthritis in my knuckles, my hands are always, this part, knuckles area, is always swollen. I'm not too bothered, to be honest. It is what it is. I do eat healthily, and I am more and more trying to have the things which are good for that kind of thing. Inflammation, detoxing, you name it. What we'll do now is we'll focus on getting the apples up. It's going to be probably just going to turn this off because I'm going to be a while picking these up, and that's pretty boring. Now, I have just had to have a word with myself, because up here I said I'm going to be picking these apples up and it's going to be a bit boring. Wrong! See, now that is the wrong thing for me to say, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm having to work on the words I use and how I speak, because I'm getting more into public speaking. And I've got one that's coming up reasonably soon. And I can't use the words like boring. I can if it's explaining things in a way where that word needs to be said, but I need to bring it back into context, because actually, in life, nothing should be boring. We can just enjoy, for example, I'll put my cap on, I can enjoy the steady routine, nice breathing. I am thankful, I am grateful that I can do this work. I am grateful that I can hear the birds next door. I am grateful and thankful to be alive and to be doing something physical which is good for me. I'm in the fresh air. Yes, there's an awful lot of apples, but does it matter? No. Am I in a rush? No. Do I need to rush? No. Because I've sort of reached that age where me rushing about trying to earn more money is not where I'm at. And I don't chase money anyway. I used to chase money, and I used to get very angry and very frustrated when things weren't working out. But my outlook has completely changed. It has completely changed because I've been working on it a lot. I have been studying psychology, I have been studying the Bible, I have been studying certain famous people, such as Carl Jung, a psychiatrist who completely influenced the study of how we think and habits and things like that, and human thinking and human behaviour. I find it absolutely fascinating, and I'm going to be using it as part of my talk, which is going to be called Wisdom from the Garden, and nurturing the garden with the comparison to the mind is like a garden, and we have to work on our thoughts, work on how we think. There will be some things that we do, habitual behaviours, and things that we are thinking as a result of hurts that are buried, if you like, in our subconscious. My book and my talks are all about wisdom from the garden, and it's really fascinating, and I'm going to be doing more and more of it, and it's going to get more detailed. But what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and understand the difficult stuff to understand, and then I'm going to communicate it back as simply as I possibly can. And that's not because people aren't clever enough, but it just works better that way. People like listening to a talk where it's not, you don't want to be Einstein to have to sit in and understand it. No, it's for everyone. I have been told that these apples are not good for eating. You don't want that anyway. It could be because it's an old tree. Oh, and while I've been talking to you, I've filled my bucket up that much, it's going to be blooming heavy. Now, it's not too bad, but the thing is, I'm still recovering with my back. And I can feel every muscle in my back. I'm doing this because I want you to get to know me better. I want to be trusted, and that doesn't mean I'm going to do anything different to who I am, but that's what I'm doing. Picking these apples up has reminded me of when I was a kid. There was a big college accommodation building. When we were kids, we used to walk by the front of this thing. I remember picking up this apple, and as I picked it up, I thought, do you know, was there a wasp in that? Anyway, I chucked this apple, and it hit the ground, and this wasp shot out from the inside of this apple, and it came about at least 20 feet towards me, shot up my trouser leg, stung me 3 times, and then flew back out of my trouser leg. What are we saying? Are we saying that that wasp decided to have revenge and attack me for lobbing that apple that he was inside of? Now that's something, innit? Nature's amazing. That, folks, is this garden done for the last time this year. And I am now going for my swim, and that is me done. Brilliant.